Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm working on a 1 by 3 foot canvas. All of my paints today will be mixed with Floetrol. I use a mixture of Artist Loft Flow Acrylics, Liquitex Basics, and some craft paint. So I just did white and black. Those are both Artist Loft Flow Acrylics. This is the Liquitex Basic Crimson Red. And then this is actually Deco Art craft paint. It's like a lilac color. I'm not sure what it's called, but also mixed with Floetrol. When you use craft paint, I use a little less Floetrol usually because it's pretty liquidy to start with, so you don't need too much to thin it out. And then this darker purple is dioxazine purple. It is from Liquitex. It's one of their pieces. My squeeze bottle got a little clogged, so I think there was some dried paint in the bottle that mixed in, but it ended up being okay. This is Phthalo Blue, Liquitex Basic. And for this painting, I'm really going for kind of a cool versus warm tone paints. This is Artist Loft Vermilion for that orange color. And we have bright yellow, Artist Loft Basics. And I'm going to do a flip cup with all 4 of these. So just really layering in all of the paints. This green, or sorry, that's a metallic blue that is from Artist Loft. I find working with these big canvases is extremely fun, but it is a little nerve-wracking because it's such a large canvas and you use a lot of paint, and you just really want it to come out right the first time. Now that green was a mixture of some craft paint and some Liquitex Basics and kind of a hodgepodge of different paints that I had. Same with that pinkish color, pinkish red that I just went in with. And then this gold is Artist Loft Flow Acrylics. I did also add some, I believe it's Deco Art Extreme Glitter. So this painting does have some really metallic, shimmery effects to it too. Going back in with the black and some of that metallic blue in those cool tone cups, and then adding white to the warm tone cups. And I usually like to let my cups sit a little bit when I flip them, so I also decided to add a little bit extra paint to the canvas while those were tipped over. I was running out of white, but I thought this would give it a cool effect. So I'm just trying to spread some of that white around the canvas because I want to make sure that all my corners are covered and that white kind of helps the rest of the colors to flow, but I was running out of white, so it didn't work too well at the beginning. So letting some of that paint flow out of those cups. And I like to make sure I get as much of the paint out of the cup as possible, so I always let the cups kind of sit off to the side on the canvas still, because usually if you let it sit towards the edge, all of your paint's gonna flow over that anyways. And normally I would take my butane torch to this painting just to get some of the air bubbles out and help to kind of move the paint around a little bit, sometimes create some cells, but I'm currently out of butane for the torch, so we're going without it. The other difficult thing about this size of canvas is that when it comes to tilting, it almost has to be a two-person job, but I ended up managing by myself. This is a Artist Loft canvas that is the Series 3, the gallery wrapped from Michaels. And so it does have a bar in the middle to where you can actually grab onto it, and it makes it a little bit easier to maneuver so you don't have to have your arms stretched way out. But at this point, I'm just really slowly tilting the canvas, trying to cover everything. I think I'm going to speed up this next section here for you guys as well, so it goes a little faster. So you can see here I started using some extra black and white paint to fill in some of the spaces on the side to help my paint flow a little bit more. I was having trouble with my paint not wanting to spread across the entire canvas, so I ended up adding some extra paint just to help everything flow, and I think it gave it a really cool effect too. So finally here, I'm just adding some additional paint on the sides of my canvas to make sure it's fully covered. I just find this way it makes it look more finished.